Hal Swagular Nation, Poopas 8416 reporting for duty. Hello. Today's been pretty fun. I won't lie. I woke up at like 5:45 in the morning. Did not want to do that, did not mean to do that, but I couldn't go back to sleep. So I ended up getting out of bed at like 6, 7 o'clock. I got out of bed for real at like 7 o'clock. But yeah, today was artwork drop-off day for the gallery show that I'm doing, and so I wanted to go down to New Hall early, and so I did that. I checked out the coffee shop that I've been wanting to check out for ages, and I got myself a little strawberry hibiscus lemonade, and it was pretty good. It was not very sweet. Like, it wasn't too sweet. It was sweet enough, and then it's lemonade, so it's got that tartness. It was sour. It was perfect for me. Will I be getting it again? Eventually, yes, but I do want to explore their menu a little bit. And then I drew. I listened to all the gossip from whoever else was there. There were these two like middle-aged women, and my listening ears were on because they were talking about whatever they were talking about. I forgot. I filmed a vlog. I've been working on a vlog for the main channel for about a week-ish, give or take. So I uploaded that. Pretty cool, pretty fun, pretty fire. If you can see, we got my hair matching my shirt, which matches my painting, which I've shown enough times. You guys know what it looks like. Yeah. I was walking around. The weather was nice. It was hot, but there was a very nice breeze. So I did really appreciate that. And what else happened? I was sitting on my bench, my beloved, beautiful bench that I love and adore. I wasn't drawing though, because I was like, it's hot and I'm lazy. So I was just sitting there watching videos on my phone. And then this dude that I'm not particularly fond of appears. And I don't know if we made eye contact, but I think we saw each other on the street that we were both on, and I was like, I don't like that. So that happened. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday or the day before. I uploaded a music video to the main channel for the song In Your Old Clothes. Where in the video, I'm wearing this sweatshirt that I wear a lot. This is my like pajama sweatshirt right now. So I thought I fell off because somebody did unsubscribe. But people started subscribing after the fact, and it's gotten more views in a relatively short amount of time compared to the other music videos that I've uploaded, because typically when I upload a music video, people don't like it, which is fine, it's whatever. So I've been getting a lot of love on this one, so I'm quite pleased. I'm quite happy. And then 3 o'clock hit. I went to the gallery. I went to go turn in my artwork and all that, and the ladies over there were very nice and very cool, and they said, like, I had to fill like a consent form, and that was whatever, but they were like, at first they were like, wait, have you signed the consent form? And then they were like, no, she's a newbie, very cute newbie. And I was like, thank you. I don't know, I think like a lot of my artwork, whether it be like the paintings, the drawings, the design stuff, the music even, it gets called cute. And I don't mind it at all. I like making cute things. I just think it's funny that so many people have the same thing to say about the work. We're all united by the cuteness, I guess. So that's kind of fun. And then after that, I went home, and now I'm here. I finished my vlog, I uploaded it, and then I took a really big nap, which is why I'm in bed right now. there was something that I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember. Oh, I remember now. When I was in Newhall today, I was thinking about like what's a video I could upload onto this channel, or just like random topics that I could talk about. And I was thinking about like songs that defined each year for me throughout the 2020s, because 2020 is when I got into music, right? So since then, I've had songs that sort of like I'll listen to and I'm like, wow, that takes me back to this year, whatever year it may be. Um, so I'm gonna do my list. So for 2020, I couldn't pick just one song. I had to do two songs, and the first one is "Hey Girl" by Boy Pablo, because that was the first music video that I actually waited for like the premiere on YouTube to like watch it live with the chat and with Boy Pablo himself. Also, he played a festival in Norway. Is this the start of a comeback? Who knows? But yeah, "Hey Girl" by Boy Pablo, which was the first single for his album, which was my favorite album that year. It was my most played album, despite it being released in October, which is, pretty late in the year. Second song is "Bottle Rocket" by Jimmy Somewhere, which ended up being one of my most played albums, I think for 2021, whenever it came out. The year it came out, like I was listening to it a lot. So those two songs, they did something to me. They did something to middle school Claire. And I've done videos on the main channel about, like, I called it, there was an old series that I did. It was called Artists That Defined My Teenhood. And I did a video on Boy Pablo. I did a video on Jimmy Somewhere, because those are very influential artists, and I still look up, I still look up to them. And then 2021 was when I started getting really into Norwegian music. I mean, I was already pretty into it. 2020, we had Boy Pablo, obviously, Jimmy Somewhere, obviously, Girl in Red, and then a whole bunch of other artists. And so one of the bands that I got into in 2021 is a band called Bren, and they're a Norwegian indie rock band. They're pretty cool. I freak with them still. They got like 3 albums, I want to say. But this song from their first album came out in 2019. But my favorite song on that album is Lillestrøm. It might be the last song on the album, I don't remember. But I used to listen to that song and a lot of their other songs when my parents would make me run on the treadmill during COVID. And I don't know, it brings me back to an interesting time in my life. Norwegian music face. I was like a weeb for Norway. Shout out. Yeah, but cool band, cool music, highly recommend. And then 2022 happens, and I'm going into my sophomore year of high school. That summer, a very popular song explodes on TikTok. And that song is Bad Habit by Steve Lacy. I wasn't even listening to Steve Lacy like that at the time. I was familiar with his music because, I mean, come on, he's Steve Lacy. And also, he's like the original garage band warrior. And as a garage band warrior myself, that's like the dude that, like, I look up to. Even though I only started, like, actually listening to his music, like, this year, really, within the last month or so. Back then, Gemini Rights, that was all over TikTok. And I think I listened to the album maybe once at the time, but I've been listening to it a lot lately, and I'm like, wow, this is really summer, fall 2022. Not the greatest of times for me personally, but the music was good, so it doesn't make up for it, but like, there's something to look back fondly on from that time, and that is Bad Habit by Steve Lacy. I do really want to do a cover of the song, maybe not like my standard me and guitar cover, but like a full garage band, you know what I'm saying. Because I feel like it would be kind of out of left field for me, to just like, hey guys, here's this like fully fleshed out cover that I did. But I think it could be fun, so that's something I do want to do, and it's something that I've been wanting to do since 2022. So I think that will be in the works fairly soon. 2023. What was going on in 2023? I kind of wiped that year out of my memory. I can't lie. So I'm gonna go look through. I had an idea for what would be like the 2023 song for me, but I don't remember it right now. So I'm gonna go on my Apple Music on my iPad, and I'm gonna see my replay for that year. Oof. Okay. I'm seeing. Oh, I thought, okay. 2023. Wow. There's. Whoa. Joyce Manor's Constant Headache is on this playlist. 2023, I got super into Ovlov. So. I think Halfway Fine. It's number 4 on this, like, most played. Yeah, it's a toss-up. It's either Land of Stevo or Halfway Fine by Ovlov. I feel like I didn't start appreciating Land of Stevo until after that, like 2024 maybe. But yeah, Halfway Fine by Ovlov, learning that song on the guitar, because their tunings are like, it's like open C sharp, but then the last 2 strings, or like the highest strings, are like tuned differently. And I thought that was really interesting, and that wasn't something that I'd really done before. So that kind of opened up a new door for my songwriting. And I'm glad it did. I'm really glad it did. Ovlov is probably one of my favorite bands still. Now we're going into 2024. 2024 is, I'm viewing my replay again, and it's actually crazy, because this is when I got super into Joost Klein because of Eurovision. So my top, my top 29 songs basically is either Joost or Thiago, and I think that's kind of crazy. There was one song, 2024, what a year. I will say, the song for me that I really think of is the song Crush by the band Blush. They're the Singaporean band, indie rock, shoegaze. Their guitarist, I think, is the bassist and singer for this other Singaporean band that I really like called Forests. And also a great band. But Crush by Blush was this song that I associate it with, like, near the end of the year, like going into fall, winter, and it's a love song. I mean, it's called Crush. It's about a crush, and it just, like, it feels like that, you know? And I think it was very, like, reflective of what I was going through at the time, because, I mean, I talk very fondly about my ex on here, so this was, like, when we started getting to know each other, and overall pretty good time, despite the college stress and the parent beef and etc. But yeah, that's when I started really going on, like, long walks to the park, and it was fun. It was a good time. I freak with it. So that's my little spiel on that. 2025, Bang the Doldrums by Fall Out Boy. Wow. I was originally thinking like a My Chemical Romance song, just because they were the first concert that I've ever been to, and I went in 2025. but like nothing does it quite like Bang the Doldrums. Like kind of piggybacking off the 2024 song, like Bang the Doldrums I associate so strongly with getting into my first relationship, and that sort of like, it was a weird time. Senior year was a weird time. And I don't know, it's just a fun song, and then the whole like Amazing New Mexico Sunset. Yeah. I can like listening to that song, I can still feel like how I felt standing in my high school parking lot in January, my nose freezing off, wearing my little scarf. I love to wear a scarf, so I was wearing a lot of those. Yeah, so that's definitely like my 2025 song. I don't know why I thought of anything else before that, but like, yeah, it's Bang the Doldrums. Though I will say that time I was listening to Fall Out Boy, obviously, My Chem, obviously, and then also like Panic at the Disco, which is really what got me into all of the emo stuff, but that was more like 2024, you know? It just carried on into 2025 and kind of defined that year. I was also really listening to Paramore, got back into Paramore again within these last couple months because Hayley Williams is my god. So, yeah, really good music. Really good music. Yeah, I love me some, third wave emo and pop punk and all that good stuff. And now it's 2026. We're just halfway past. We're halfway through 2026. And a part of me, like, okay, so far, I've got Joyce Manor _ Steve Lacy. Those are like the three artists and bands that I've been like cycling through so far. Like for the beginning of the year, Joyce Manor Inner Wave _. And then I still listen to Inner Wave, but I'm waiting for their deluxe album to come out. But Joyce Manor, let me think of a song. Maybe $1 Million to Kill Me. If I had to pick a Joyce Manor song, I think that would be my 2026 song, at least from January until now. I can't listen to that song too much because it makes me really sad. Yeah, I've written many a journal entry about that. And then _, the entire You album. Like, it's so good. I did have to like wean myself off of it fairly recently because it's making me really sad. But yeah, it's either $1 Million to Kill Me by Joyce Manor, Innuendo by _, or maybe Doom by Steve Lacy. It's a tie between friggin' The Feeling and Doom for me. Those are my favorite songs on the album. So I don't know what's gonna happen by December, so maybe I'll revise my list by the time we get there, but yeah, that I've been thinking for the past few hours about that. But yeah, I still need to eat dinner, so I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I don't have anything else to talk about, so goodbye. Also, that's a lie. That's actually a lie. If you are in the LA County area, I am showing work at the gallery that I was just talking about. So visit the Santa Clarita Artists Association Gallery August 1st for the reception. I will be manning the gallery that day. Take a look at some art, my art, other people's art, maybe buy something, enjoy the live music, eat lots of snacks. It'll be a fun time, I think. So, yeah, goodbye.